Sup YouTube, it's ZapdosTCG here, and I'm back with another battle video, but this time it's an online battle video because I had many suggestions saying that I should do online battle videos as well. So here it is, you guys, and I'm playing against Topcutter, and she's a pretty good player. She's playing Zekrom EX Eelektrik just like me, so it's a mirror match and it'll be totally interesting because she runs Thundurus, Zekrom EX, Mewtwo EX, and of course Eelektrik, and my version is just an overtacked version of Zekrom EX Eelektrik with Terrakion and Shaymin and Absol in there as well, so we'll see how it goes. And she starts with a collector start. What else can you want? So she has Dynamo on the active spot, but it is the one with a 1 retreat cost, so that's interesting to know because she's running 2 Dynamos with 40 HP and 1 with 30 HP. So yeah, she already has 3 Dynamos on her first turn, and she retreats by using a double Chorus energy. So that means she doesn't have any lightning energies in her hand, so that was the only thing she could do, and that way she discarded the double Chorus energy already. So that's great news for me, and she gets awake. I top deck a Mewtwo EX, that's interesting, and I'm going to use Pokégear because, yeah, there we go, a collector. I want to have that collector start as well to get out my Dynamos on turn 1 and maybe evolve them on turn 2. That will be interesting. Here we go, collector. Let's see if something is prized. Let's see, the switches are there, so I'm going to get out 2 Dynamos, and as you see, I run all Dynamos with free retreat because I plan on punking them because I run 3 PlusPowers in my version of this deck. If I can get out Mewtwo EX, double Chorus energy, and some PlusPowers, I can dunk some Dynamos if I came across some, or if I come across some, and I get out Terrakion as well, so I'm going to put pressure on her because I'm going to attach double Chorus energy and use Outrage for 20 damage. Unfortunately, I don't have any PlusPowers in my hand right now, which means I won't be able to knock out that Cleffa, but yeah, who cares, it's just a Cleffa. But yeah, it could have been a cheap price there, but anyway, I do have Terrakion and a fighting energy on my hand, so that's interesting. If she knocks out Zekrom, which is pretty hard actually because it has 130 HP, and the only thing that could knock it out is something like, I don't know, another Terrakion or maybe Bolt Strike with a PlusPower, so it's pretty hard to knock it out straight away, and I have the Terrakion in my hand so I can revenge later on because her deck is lightning based, so just like me, but I have the edge here thanks to Terrakion. And yeah, many tournaments you'll see Terrakion as a deck card because lightning decks are so popular at the moment that everyone has to have a counter against it, and the best counter at the moment is Terrakion. Hopefully they'll make another fighting type like that, a strong HP basic that can attack with 2 energies or something, we'll see. And she got out Eelektrik, so it has 2 Dynamos, Eelektrik, and she bounces Thundurus, which means that is her attacker at the start, which isn't that bad, but yeah, I prefer she could have gotten out something else, but yeah, she's going to use Charge to get the energies, the lightning energies from her deck into play, which is kind of a good thing actually. It's something I used to do as well, but I slowed down on the Thunduruses, so now I only run 1 version. As you see, in the Sage training, you'll see my Thundurus, but I'm going to discard it because my main attacker at the first turns of the game is Zekrom, because yeah, I had to start with it, so I had no choice, and I wouldn't have discarded Mewtwo. I just simply can't, because even though I run Super Rod, I want to win the Mewtwo EX matchup, so if I have 2 Mewtwo EXs in my hand, I can simply bench 1 and won't be afraid to lose it later on, so I'm going to bench nothing here because I'm first going to evolve my Eelektrik, and I'm going to bench Terrakion, attach a fighting energy, and use Dynamo on Terrakion as well, so even if my Zekrom gets knocked out, or if she catches that lone Dynamo or that Dynamo with 30 HP, it'll be easy get captured. If it gets knocked out, I can use Retaliate with Terrakion and get my cheap prizes that way. And now I'm going to use Outrage once again, and that'll be it. I don't have any PlusPowers. Where are they? And catches as well. If I had catcher, I would have captured that Dynamo with 30 HP, use PlusPower, and bang, it'll be gone. But unfortunately, I have to use another strategy here, and she uses Sage training as well. Hopefully she doesn't have a tough decision like me. I wish her the best of luck because I want my matches to become really epic. If I facing off against the opponent, I want to see the best of the best. Otherwise it's just not worth the battle video because I already tested this deck out, Zekrom EX Eelektrik, and real life battle videos. Those aren't actually that competitive, but you'll see the main plays of each deck in action, and here you see actually a really competitive matchup, something you can come across in any tournament. Like Thundurus and the Eelektriks are just so popular. We'll see a bunch of them in the future, and she's using stuff, or she's thinking, yeah. That's another thing on the online program that I'm quite annoyed by, is the waiting time. You just have to wait, and yeah, hopefully it doesn't take that long to wait. And she uses Level Ball and gets out an Eelektrik, which means she has 2 Eelektriks out already, and I only have 1 out. That's bad for me. I think I will have to catch her one to get rid of all the energy acceleration, because energy acceleration is the heart of this deck. If you don't have energy acceleration, your deck falls apart just like that, unless you have a Mewtwo EX on the active spot with double Chorus energy. But if your opponent also plays Mewtwo EX, that will be knocked out so fast that you won't even see it going to the discard pile so fast. And she bounces a Zekrom, the regular one, and again it's full art. So she has an epic full art collection in her deck. And yeah, I wanted to have full arts as well, but Terrakion, I just needed it so fast that I just used the trade for a regular one, because he'll be able to get it faster that way. And she uses Disaster Volt on my Zekrom, which is a good thing, and a Sage Training again. And this is a tough decision. I don't have any supporters in my hand, which means if I run everything out, I have a dead hand without any cards I can get out. That's why I was thinking about getting out Professor Oak's new theory, but then I remembered that I have Pokégear in my discard pile, so if I really need something, I have Junkrom to get that. So a double Chorus energy is my main priority, because I have 2 Mewtwo EXs, and Catcher will be great as well to capture that annoying Eelektrik. Without the energy acceleration, it'll be easy to overpower this deck. So let's see, my damage output is 100, so which means Catcher for Eelektrik. That'll be the obvious choice here. I could have knocked out that, what is it, Thundurus again, but I don't see the harm of knocking out that one, because 80 damage is just nothing. Compared with the high HP of Mewtwo EX and Terrakion. So yeah, that was my plan here, knocking out Eelektrik. And as you see, I've benched my Mewtwo EX and attached a double Chorus energy, because I want to see if she runs Mewtwo EX as well. At that point, I didn't even know that she runs Mewtwo EX, so I wanted to draw out that Mewtwo EX, because I already have another one in my hand. So even if my Mewtwo EX get captured and knocked out, I have another one to counter the upcoming one. So we'll see how it goes. She uses Sage Training as well. So an Eelektrik deck, Sage Training is one of the main cards you want to have, because yeah, discarding lightning energy is so important in this deck. That's why she runs Thundurus to discard them, just get them out with charge and just discard them with Disaster Volt. So many people might think, why is Thundurus so playable now? It used to suck in the past, I know, but it's all thanks to Eelektrik. Lightning energies in the discard pile can be reused, and that's why it's so good. And here you see another Eelektrik, so I'm not out of the woods yet. I have to discard or knock out another Eelektrik, which can be annoying, but yeah, it is possible at this point, because if she knocks out Zekrom, I can promote just Terrakion or something, use Junkrom, and catch her in Eelektrik, be able to knock out another one, but we'll see what I will do at that point. So energies to Thundurus, and looks like she's saying something in the chat box, but it was a bug from the TCG Online program. So there are many bugs still in the TCG Online program. I had something like where I had 2 active Pokemon. That was just crazy. It was something like I retreated my Dynamo for Mewtwo EX, but then I had to choose another Pokemon because of a bug something, and I had 2 Pokemon at the active spot. It was kind of strange, and I couldn't attack, so that's strange. If you ever had that problem, you can comment in the comment section saying you had that problem as well, because it was kind of surprising. I didn't expect a bug like that. It was just crazy. So yeah, my Zekrom is knocked out. Too bad, but no problems. I still have 2 main attackers or other attackers on my bench, Terrakion and Mewtwo. They're pumped and ready for action, and I'm going to use Dynamotor this time on my Mewtwo EX. There we go. And now I can retreat and knock out Thundurus with Axe Ball, but I'm just doubting on benching my EXs, but I'll just keep them in my hand for later on, because yeah, it'll be easy to build them up in one turn thanks to Eelektrik. I'm using Junkrom, discarding 2 lightning energies and getting back. I could have gone for Catcher, but I can't knock out that Eelektrik anyway, so I'm going for Pokégear, no, Level Ball. There we go. I still have another Junkrom, so if I run out of stuff to do in my hand, I'm just going to discard those EXs and get them back with a Super Rod, because yeah, that is in my deck, just for situations like that, or to get back Mewtwo or Shaymin if I had to discard them with Sage Training. And there we go, another Eelektrik into play. Can do another Dynamotor, but yeah, there isn't any main attacker that needs lightning energies. But I'm going to attach it to Eelektrik. You might think, wow, what a misplay. That's just something for noobs or something. But yeah, I do run Shaymin in my deck, and I've seen that it is in my deck actually, because I've used Level Ball before, twice I believe. So I can already see that Shaymin is in my deck, and if I can get it out, I can get all the energies from the Eelektriks to a new main attacker like Zekrom EX or Mewtwo, whatever. We'll see how it goes. He uses Sage Training as well again. I believe this is her 3rd Sage Training. Yeah, could be wrong though, but still, Sage Training is the main one of the main supporters in this deck, or PlusPower in her deck. I think I run 3 copies, and maybe she runs 4. She already used 3, we'll see. And hey, that rhymes. She already used 3, we'll see. Anyway, she's looking at the cards from her Sage's training. It must be a tough decision for her. And we'll see if she can get out a Mewtwo EX or a Zekrom EX or something like that. At this point, I didn't even know that she runs the EXs or something. And she discards a Zekrom EX. So that was kind of disappointing. I wanted to see Zekrom EX in action, but looks like Shade's training forced her to discard Zekrom EX because the other 2 cards that her Shade's training must have been really great. She also discarded the Switch and what was it again? A Lightning Energy? I don't know. Level Ball? No, Stage Training. We'll see how it turns out. I don't think she should have discarded that Zekrom EX because she has an Eelektrik in play. She could have done something like, I don't know. Or maybe she got out Collector, I don't know. She was kind of doing some strange stuff here. I'm like, at that point I was thinking like, what the hell is she doing? Now, yeah, the chat box is popping up again, but she's going to use Bolt Strike, I believe, dealing 120 damage on Mewtwo EX because that was her main priority, to get out Mewtwo EX to the discard pile. And what am I going to do now? I think I'm going to bench everything, attach a double Chorus Energy to Zekrom and just use Juniper. That would be the smart decision here, because I already have a Mewtwo EX on the active spot, so the bench Mewtwo won't get captured because, yeah, she wants to knock out one with energies first. And yeah, as you see, you can build up Zekrom EX incredibly fast thanks to Eelektrik. I already have 3 energies attached thanks to double Chorus Energy, and next turn I'll be able to use Strong Volt if I really need to. And there we go, Juniper getting 7 new cards, and there we go, PlusPower finally, and Switch as well. And as you see, I also run Absol in this deck. If you watched the previous battle video or if you watched the episode, you'll see that Absol is quite useful in this deck. Even if you start with it, it's really good. It can serve as a secondary attacker later on if you still need one more prize card and you need to have, or if you don't have any energies in play and you really want to have a quick attack. Like Absol is Vicious Claw, deals 70 damage for 2 energies, so pretty great. And his Pokebody is the main reason I run him though, because it deals 20 damage to each bench Pokemon that your opponent benches, so it'll be pretty crazy if you start with it and your opponent uses Collector. That's like bang, all damage. Oh, what the hell? She uses Collector for 3 cards and 2 Mewtwo EX full art versions, so it's quite hard to get a regular Mewtwo EX, but she seemed to have 2 Mewtwo EX full arts. Wow, that's just insane. In real life they cost a lot, those full art Mewtwo EXs, the regular ones as well, so it's just such a good card. And as you see, this is turning out to another Mewtwo EX battle, so who will survive, who has the most Mewtwo EXs, who has the best recovery like Super Rod and stuff, we'll find out right now. 2 Mewtwo EXs versus 2 Mewtwo EXs. This is just some epic stuff like in the battle video from last week, where there were a lot of Mewtwo EXs as well. And let's see here. There are a bunch of energies in her discard pile, so that's not a problem for her, but she only has 1 Eelektrik in play. That's a good thing, so energy acceleration is slowed down a bit. And she knocks out Mewtwo EX and gets 2 prize cards, so now we're equal 3 prize cards against 3 prize cards. So this is turning out pretty great. That's why I record matches, and yeah, that's why this is on YouTube as well, because I don't post like the regular battles online. That'll be pretty boring. If you ever had that feeling like you have an expert deck and you play on expert game, and then you come across something like some Reaps or something, or a standard deck or a team deck, that's just like, what the hell are you doing in expert game? That's just some crazy stuff. Aside to that, I have Mewtwo EX. I promoted it as my active because I had Collector in my hand and I could get out Shaymin that I was sure that he was in my deck, so I can get all the energies to Mewtwo EX. I believe I only need 3. Or I could have used PlusPower here to prevent my Mewtwo EX to be knocked out, but I'm sure she runs PlusPower as well, so that's why I was thinking like, oh whatever, I'm just going to give 3 energies to Mewtwo, 2 thanks to the moving the energies thanks to Shaymin, and then 1 manual energy to Mewtwo, because I want to keep PlusPower and the Junk Arm still available to use Strong Volt from Zekrom EX for the last prize card, so it'll be crazy stuff. Like, I want to use all my EXs this time around, and here we go. It'll be an epic X Ball again. Revenge KO, bang, 200 damage. That's crazy. Just out of nowhere, he can knock out Mewtwo EX. So for those of you that did know already, Mewtwo EX covers himself. So that's why many people run Mewtwo EX, because the way to knock out Mewtwo EX is to get your own Mewtwo EX, and that's a vicious circle that goes on forever. Like, I think Dark Explorers will change that, because Darkness Pokemon will become really popular once again, and Mewtwo EX struggles against Darkness Pokemon unless you're running something like Runes of Elf that gets rid of the resistance. That's a nice idea. I should think about that if people start to play Darkness Pokemon, we'll see. And she gets out her second Eelektrik, or her third actually. I knocked out one before, which was a smart decision, otherwise her energy acceleration would have been so good, because all the energies are in the discard pile. I believe there are something like 6 or 7 energies in the discard pile, so she can get them out each turn, getting 3 energies into play, 1 manual, 2 Dynamotors, so really scary here. And she uses Super Rod, and she's going to put in Mewtwo EX in her deck once again. And I didn't get to see what cards she put in back, but that was crazy. But I think she was getting back Zekrom EX, Mewtwo EX, and then, I don't know, maybe Eelektrik. That would be great. We'll see how it turns out. So it's her move, and she's probably going to knock out my Mewtwo EX with X-Ball. That will be the smartest decision in this position. Position. I'm making some rhymes once again. And yeah, this will be just an X-Ball, 200 damage for the third time in this game. Dealing 200 damage. First, she knocks out my Mewtwo, then I knock out her Mewtwo, and then again she knocks out my Mewtwo. So, wow. This is just great. And she comments something in the comment box like N. I was thinking like, what the hell? I'm just going to reply good game, and then it'll be fine. Enter, bang, and we'll go straight to the game once again, and I promote Zekrom EX. There we go. I could have used Junkern for catcher and knock out a Dynamo just for fun, but I'm going to use 2 PlusPowers because I top decked the PlusPower, and there we go. Strong Volt for 170 damage to knock out Mewtwo EX. So in other words, I've picked 7 prize cards in this game, even though there isn't any 7th prize card. I could get 7 in total if I wanted to. So here I go, I win next. So it was pretty awesome, this battle. One of the best I had online, because it's pretty hard to come across a good player online, because there are many new players, and they just skip to expert play, or they go straight to expert play instead of playing on Novice game, and that's why you come across many Mareeps and Eevees and what is it, Cyndaquils, standard deck. So that's kind of annoying, but nevertheless I've posted this battle video for you guys, because so many people suggested I should do something like this, and I did open a booster box online where I did 36 online boosters from Next Destiny. So that's why I decided to put a battle video up with Zekrom EX and Mewtwo EX, because I got 2 Mewtwo EXs out of that box online. So I should have definitely made a battle video, and here it is. Hopefully I can make more online battle videos when time passes, and I hope you learned a bit about Zekrom EX. If you still want to have more information, there's another battle video up, and also an episode about Zekrom EX itself. So yeah, check those out if you haven't already, and with that I'll leave you all. Thanks again for watching. This was ZapdosTCG. Till next time.